What time is it? It's time for War! Here's your host, 100% raw truth, 100% American made, the warrior, Wayne Allyn Root.
All right, it's Wayne Allyn Root, the Root's on fire. Pitar and I, my director, were just joking. That famous song, "We're on the road again." Was it Willie Nelson? On the road again. Man, I just finished taping my last show after 2.5 hours of picking the top 10 and scripting the top 10 and then shooting it for an hour and a half. Now it's time for another 2 hours of podcast. I'm on the road again. So, by the way, I woke up this morning and the first thing I see, I go to the Daily Mail, as in the UK Daily Mail, the Daily Mail, which is now one of the highest traffic sites in America. And the lead story was that Pope Leo, the new Pope, is accused of a cover-up of priests molesting little boys in both places he was in, Peru and Chicago. Priests under him, and I say that word loosely, under him, priests right underneath him, molested little boys, and those little boys and their families are charging him that they went to this Pope. In those days, wasn't a Pope, obviously. They went to this cardinal, and they said, "Your priests are molesting my son." And he did nothing. And they told all the people voting at the Vatican, and they didn't care. You know what? You know what I'm starting to realize? Every priest must molest children, so it doesn't matter anymore. They don't even care. They're all molesting children. It's sick. It really is sick. And normally I say you're innocent until proven guilty, not with priests. Come on, we all know what's going on. Everybody has seen the billions paid out by the Catholic Church, because it's not normal for a man to say, "I'm not going to have sex for the rest of my life." There's something weird with that man, right? If he doesn't want to have sex with women for the rest of his life, it's because he likes little boys, and he has a chance to hang out with little boys, altar boys at the Catholic Church. If you don't believe that one, you are so naive. I know you're going to tell me, "Wayne, you're not Catholic, you're criticizing Catholics." No, if you're Catholic and you don't know that priests molest little boys, you're kidding yourself. But this Pope knew about priests molesting little boys, and I don't worry that this is about money. I don't worry this is about lies. These are anguished parents, part of an organization that wants to stop priests from molesting little boys, and they reported it to the top authorities of the Vatican. You can't let this guy be the Pope. The guy said, "I have this list of priests that can never be the Pope." He was at the top of the list, and they made him the Pope. So good luck for all you have high hopes. Everything has changed. Now we have a good Pope. He's an American Pope. Oh, please, don't make me laugh. Wow. Some good news today. Fear of economic collapse forced China to negotiate with Trump and quietly reach out first. China reached out to us. We didn't reach out to them. Their entire country is collapsing. Chinese companies are moving their manufacturing to the U.S. in order to avoid Trump's tariffs. They can't survive without us. I'm so proud of myself, because I said this from day one, right? How many times have I quoted my grandfather's 2 rules of business? Customer is number 1, and that's all that matters, your customers. And number 2, if the customer's wrong, refer back to number 1. Customer's always right, and the customer is the most important thing in the world. Customer is number 1. And I said, apply it to China. We are the customer of China. We buy everything China makes. Without us, they go broke. And sure enough, and they starve. And sure enough, that's exactly what's happening. China is scared to death. They're going under. There's rioting in the streets. Their people aren't being paid. Their people are losing their jobs. And they have to negotiate with Trump. They have no choice. And they negotiate, hopefully, out of weakness. But just remember, President Trump, they're going to act like they're negotiating out of strength. They're not. They're weak. Trump knows that. The mayor of Newark, really good news, arrested for criminal trespass after storming an ICE detention facility. The mayor of Newark was arrested for criminal trespass today after storming an ICE detention facility. Mayor Ras Baraka joined members of Congress to inspect the detention facility in New Jersey when all hell broke loose. All right, so in February, ICE announced it was expanding its detention capacity with this Delaney Hall facility, and it will expand ICE's detention capacity in the Northeast. And this angered Democrats, including the mayor of Newark. An altercation broke out at Delaney Hall, and Mayor Baraka was cuffed and led away by law enforcement. I love it. I love it. He was shouting at agents after he gained entry through the gate. I love it. He was taken into custody after he ignored multiple warnings from DHS agents. Don't forget, it was only, about 10 days ago that the Trump administration arrested 2 judges, one of whom literally protected an illegal alien in her courtroom and hid him in her back chamber while she told ICE he wasn't there and asked them to leave. I mean, it's just terrible. No Democrat or Republican has ever helped me when I was in trouble in my life. Nobody gave a crap. I almost said the bad word there. Crap. I didn't say it. No one gave a crap when the IRS was attacking me and Obama sicked government agencies on me. Nobody cared, but God forbid some loser, illegal alien, gangbanging MS-13 on his knuckles, piece of human garbage, subhuman savage is in trouble. Oh my God, it's not like he's a billionaire and he's being deported. He's a nothing. And the entire Democrat Party is like apoplectic. They're falling over themselves to help illegals being sent to El Salvador who are in America legally. They broke into America legally, and they are El Salvadoran. They're going back to their own country. Who cares? Who gives a crap? Democrat congressman physically attacks agents at the Newark ICE detention facility, the same place where they arrested the mayor. They should arrest this Democrat Representative LaMonica McIver physically attacked ICE agents at Delaney Hall. Democrat members of Congress and Newark Mayor Ras Baraka went to inspect the facility, and she was attacking ICE agents. So why wasn't she arrested? They should have arrested her too. Breaking news: Representative LaMonica McIver attacks law enforcement after storming ICE facility. And then she whined after the Newark mayor was arrested. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know why we're not arresting all of these people, but at least there's a few arrests going on. More good news. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, who I like so much, he said the Trump administration is actively looking at suspending habeas corpus on immigration matters as the courts wage war on executive and legislative branches. So they're actively looking at suspending habeas corpus on immigration matters, which means in times of national emergency, in times of war, in times of public safety emergency, you can suspend habeas corpus and the people you're deporting do not get a trial. More brand new good news just in. Literally minutes ago, President Trump to sign Project Homecoming executive order to encourage illegal aliens to self-deport. Full-scale aggressive deportation surge, including an additional 10,000 officers against those who remain. I said this from day one. The only way to get the job done was to get them to self-deport in addition to going after the worst of the worst criminals. It's a lot of money to go after all these millions and millions of illegals that Biden brought in and his boss Obama brought in. The only way to do it is to let them self-deport and offer them money. Trump said he's going to give them $1,000 each and a free flight out of the country. I think you need to give them $5,000 each. Believe me, it's a bargain. It's a bargain to get rid of them. You know what they cost you per year in welfare and food stamps and aid to dependent children and housing allowances and health care? If you give free health care to illegal with Medicaid or Obamacare, do you know what that costs you? What if he's got a family of 5 or 6 or 7 or 8? You know what that costs you? And if he's got that many kids, you know what it costs to send them to school? $40,000 a kid in New York City. I think it's $50,000 a kid in New York City, $40,000 a pupil in many other public school big cities. So, I mean, they could easily cost you $200,000-$300,000 a year give them each $5,000 and say, arrivederci, adios, bon voyage, have a nice trip. Also just in, Trump is the best. DOJ launches investigation into planned Sharia city near Dallas with a mega mosque and Sharia-compliant schools. Look, it's horrible, but nobody else was going to stop it but President Trump. His administration, his DOJ launches an investigation. The planned Sharia city near Dallas. Last month, Texas Governor Greg Abbott launched a campaign against a planned Islamic mega city outside Dallas. The East Plano Islamic Center is seeking to construct a 1,000-home settlement 40 minutes from Dallas. The Sharia city would come complete with mega mosque, Sharia public schools, community college, sporting facilities. Well, Sharia law is outlawed in Texas under a law signed in 2017 by Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas. Texas is investigating this epic city for many allegations, including attempts to circumvent that law. All entities in Texas must follow that law, state law, and not Sharia law. Wow. It's called Epic City, a Muslim-centric development proposed in Collin County. All right, good news. Let's get rid of them. You can't have Sharia law in the United States of America. You can't have Muslim cities, their own separate little city with their own police force, I'm sure, and their own schools teaching that we're evil. Get out of my country. If we're so evil, go to Somalia, go to Gaza, get the hell out of our country. What a joke. When we get back, I will tell you about the Trump economy gaining strength. I will tell you about something Trump said today I don't like. I'll be very honest, but I don't think it's going to happen, so it's okay. Trump wants to raise taxes on the rich. Big mistake, but it's never going to happen. I'll be right back.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat. Fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, this is Wayne Allyn Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com, fill out the form, and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honorbound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honorbound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act. As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage. We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honorbound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Wayne LaRoute from Vertical Research Advisory, VRA, Kip Herrige's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up! Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses to the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
Wayne LaRoute, the Route's on fire. Welcome back to the show. You know, I wrote a commentary at, I don't know, I guess it was like 3 days ago, and I read it on this show, but so many people listen to different hours of this show or miss different days of this show. Maybe you tune in on Wednesday, you don't tune in on Thursday. So I think I'll read it to lead off hour number 2. It's titled, RFK Jr. could be the boldest and most important cabinet secretary of our lifetime, but when will he expose the most important scandal in history? And I'm very proud of this column, and I hope it gets in the hands of RFK Jr., because the studies that have come out, it's just amazing about the COVID vaccine, how deadly it is, how many people it's killing, how many kids it's killing. It's really amazing. Someone sent me an email, one of my fans, and they said so many young people are dying that 70 is the new 20. They said, but I said it's the opposite way around. 20 is the new 70, because you're going to die by the time you're 30 if you got the vaccine and the booster. So 20 is the new 70. 70 is the new 20, and 20 is the new 70. Pretty scary stuff. But I'll read you this column when we get to lead off hour number 2, because it's got a lot of studies you need to know about. You also need to know the FBI and the DOJ announced rescues of 115 children and arrests of over 200 alleged pedophile predators as part of Operation Restore Justice. You know, when a lot of people in this movement, and listen, I'm very quick to brag, as all of you know. I get a lot of things right, man. I get the best track record of anyone in the history of radio or TV. Everything I say has turned out to be true. I'm like 1,000 for 1,000. I'm batting 1,000 for the last 10 years on radio and TV. But I was not one of the people who said that there's a lot of pedophiles out there, and there's a lot of pedophiles in the Democrat Party. There's a lot of pedophiles in the leadership of the Democrat Party. I didn't get involved in that. I knew nothing about it. I couldn't even imagine people being pedophiles. To me, a pedophile is like a real guy who looks like a weirdo, looks like a homeless bum. You know, he's got his, his zipper down, and he's salivating, and he looks like some crazy rapist. Well, it turns out very normal people are pedophiles. Turns out they wear suits, they got crew cuts, they look like FBI agents. Some of them may be FBI agents, and they're pedophiles. There's a lot of pedophiles in this world. Unbelievable. Can you imagine wanting to screw innocent little children? What horrible people. And that's why, it gets me mad when I hear the Pope, the brand new Pope. Everybody knew that there were pedophiles in his flock. And he didn't care and he didn't do anything about it. That's the lead story today in the Daily Mail. And that all these families say, how could you have made him the Pope? This is a new all-time record for popes. Eventually we find out about all of them, being nice to pedophiles and making sure that pedophiles move on to the next church and not putting them in jail and not making it publicized, making sure the media doesn't find out about it. They're big on covering up pedophilia in the church. We all know that. Nobody ever said this after hours of after being voted in as the new Pope. Hours. Literally. Guy didn't even have a chance to enjoy the Pope hat and the Pope mobile. And already we're hearing terrible things about him. Amazing. And of course, you're going to hear this all glossed over the weekend. Oh, he's the first American. He's a great guy. He's this, he's that. In both Peru and in America, in Chicago, every witness says there were pedophiles in his church, and he did nothing about it. They brought it to his attention, and he covered it up. These guys are all the same, I swear. Horrible. Just horrible. There is nothing more disgusting than covering up a pedophilia. How disgusting. The Biden administration, speaking of disgusting, sent the DHS and the HSI. What is HSI? Homeland Security Investigations. They gave fake addresses for the 300,000 missing children so nobody would know they were missing. I mean, is that any different than a priest covering up for pedophilia? Absolutely not. How bad are these people? They're bad people. They're evil. They're Satan. I realize it's worse to be the pedophile, but to cover up for a pedophile is damn close. Damn close. That makes you a bad guy, too. Horrible. Wow. They sent 300,000 fake addresses to the government so no one would figure out the kids were missing. Can you believe these people? All right. Sponsor of this segment is Jim's Amazing Bread. He was on the show yesterday. We did an interview with Jim of Jim's Amazing Bread. It's a personal story that changed my life. I'm so allergic to wheat and gluten and grains and all the gluten-free breads. Say that 5 times fast. All the gluten-free breads bother me worse. I'm more allergic to them than I am to gluten bread. So there's something in them all, probably tapioca. I'm definitely allergic to tapioca. So I hadn't eaten a piece of bread since 2014. Now I eat bread all the time. I said breakfast with my director, Batar. As soon as we finished the first show, we had breakfast. And I had a beautiful piece of toast, and I love it. It's Jim's Amazing Bread. It's the only bread I've eaten in the last 11 years. It's the only bread I can eat. It's the only bread I'll eat for the rest of my life. For my fans only, get a one-time 50% off your first order at jimsamazingbread.com. jimsamazingbread.com. Type in WAR and get 15% off your first order. 5 grams of fiber in each slice. Amazing. Hi, this is Wayne Alaroot for ScoreBlue.com. If you're looking to get the best ED pill of all time, listen to this. It's a new little blue pill from the makers of Viagra, and it's better than the original Viagra. Plus, the cost is insanely low, just $5 per pill, rather than the $80 or $90 they charge for the original Viagra. And it's available exclusively from the #1 rated online ED service in the country, ScoreBlue.com. No one else has permission to sell it, only ScoreBlue.com. It turns out there are 2 kinds of generic Viagra: the cheap, lower-level, weak, and ineffective generic Viagra that you see sold everywhere online, and the authorized generic Viagra made by the same company that makes the real Viagra, made in the same factory with the same formula. It's the exact same everything except the price. So for the best Viagra in the world at the lowest price in history, go to ScoreBlue.com. Enter promo code WAR and get 20% off your first order. ScoreBlue.com.
If someone told you that you could change your life, change your entire life in 88 days, would you do it? Would you believe it?
We're John and Chelsea Jubilee. What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
Without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment. But life's a lot longer than a moment. You need something that's sustainable, that will take care of you for a lifetime.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat, fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. We encourage you, go log on to our website and look at these amazing testimonials.
Over and over again, we've heard our clients say it sounded too good to be true, but it worked for me.
I needed to reduce my arthritic pain, and I also had very, very high blood pressure that needed to normalize. And I'm pleased to say that I have absolutely no arthritic pain anymore, and my blood pressure is normal.
It was really cool to be able to get my life back. I didn't even think I'd cry talking about that.
I endorse the program wholeheartedly. It has led to improvements that I can't fully explain based on my medical knowledge as it was taught to me.
Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honorbound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honorbound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act. As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage. We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honorbound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns, we got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
Hi, this is Wayne Allen Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com, fill out the form, and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com. Wayne Allen Root, the Root's on fire. Welcome back to the show. This is my podcast, The Root Reaction. It's every day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That is 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. West Coast Time. Love this podcast because it gives me a chance to really ramble for 2 hours every day. And then, of course, I got my weekend show, America's Top 10 Countdown, on Real America's Voice TV every Saturday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Then it usually reruns 3 or 4 or 5 times a weekend on Real America's Voice TV. We appreciate them very much. Altogether, it's a lot of hours on radio and TV, and we're working hard. So hope you enjoy it. Just go to rootforamerica.com, and it shows you all the ways to tune in on TV, on radio, on audio podcast, on video podcast. All of it is at rootforamerica.com, right at the top. Watch Wayne on TV, listen to Wayne on the radio, watch Wayne's podcast, listen to Wayne's podcast. Energize Health is the sponsor of this show. I joined their program in November of 2020. It changed my life and my career. I didn't lose any weight because I've never had any weight to lose, but I lost 25 pounds of fat that I did not know I had. And I gained 10 pounds of muscle in only 88 days to start the program. And then the program just keeps you in that perfect slot for the rest of your life. That's me on the treadmill today. And that's on the other side of those photos. That's me 14 years ago with Steve Forbes at Freedom Fest. So 14 years ago, I was 50 years old. Now I'm 64. And I look a heck of a lot better now than I did 14 years ago. Who could say that? Thank you, Energize Health. You changed my life. You are my fountain of youth. You reversed aged me when that fat melted off. They have transformed the lives of thousands of people using the breakthrough science of intercellular hydration. You want to be like Wayne? It's very simple. They've created a special opportunity, and I want to share it with you. It's a 5-day challenge. Lose 5 pounds in 5 days for only $5. 5 pounds in 5 days for $5, less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. It's coming up Monday, May 19th. Monday, May 19th, so register now at my555challenge.com, my555challenge.com. I'll repeat one more time, my555challenge.com. Now you have nothing to lose, no excuses. You can't say it's expensive. $5 to check it out for 5 days. They do a half hour a day with you online, and you lose 5 pounds of fat guaranteed, or you'll get your $5 back. What do you got to risk? Nothing. My555challenge.com. Christina Layla's with us, assistant editor at the Gateway Pundit, my favorite website. I go there like 20 times a day. Christina Layla, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back.
All right, great to have you on. Newark mayor is arrested for criminal trespass after storming the ICE detention facility. I think this is a great thing. I was talking about it in the beginning of the show. I know Trump arrested 2 judges, or Trump admin arrested 2 judges about 10 days ago who are aiding and abetting illegals in various ways. And now we've arrested a mayor who was literally attacking, I guess, I get that's the story I hear, attacking ICE officers at the detention facility, certainly verbally attacking them, if not physically, but I heard there was shoving as well. We need arrests of all these people that are standing in the way of the mass deportation.
No one is above the law, and that's what the interim U.S. attorney for Jersey, Alina Habba, said after the arrest. So the Newark mayor, his name is Ras Baraka, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He was arrested today for criminal trespass after he got into a shouting match with ICE agents. So he, along with some members of Congress, arrived to this facility in Newark to inspect it. Of course, you and I know they went there to cause trouble because they don't want illegal aliens locked up. They want them roaming around the streets.
Voting Democrat.
Voting and killing us. And so they went there. There was all hell broke loose. And according to Alina Habba, this individual was told numerous times to leave the facility, and he wouldn't listen to the agents, and so they took him into custody.
But meanwhile, there was a congresswoman who was shoving.
Yes.
He may have been, talking in a way that was creating havoc. He may have been trespassing and standing in a place he shouldn't have stood at. But she was shoving. I don't know why she wasn't arrested.
Yes. Right. Well, we're waiting for that. Everybody's calling for her arrest. But Democrat Rep. LaMonica McIver was seen. She's wearing a red jacket. If you want to watch the video, it's up at thegatewaypundit.com. And she is on video. Appears to be shoving agents. And she did raise her fist. I can't see if she actually landed a punch or not. But she was shoving and she got physical.
Terrible people.
And then and then she went to go complain. She did a little impromptu presser where she was whining about the Newark mayor being arrested, and he did nothing wrong.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Here's another story about Newark, New Jersey. I don't know why Newark's in the news so often. Air traffic. I've always laughed at Newark, right? I grew up in New York, and Newark was like a place you drove by. You never wanted to actually go into it because you get killed. Even I'm talking 40, 50 years ago, when I was a kid, you get killed driving through Newark. So you wanted to drive by it. You never wanted to go in it. Newark was a hellhole 50 years ago. Air traffic control loses radar at the Newark airport for the second time in a week. Tell everybody what happened, Christina.
Right. This is frightening because I used to fly into Newark a lot. I try to avoid the airports in New York, so I usually fly into Newark, and I won't be doing that anytime
Now
soon.
you got to avoid Newark and fly into New York.
Right.
Fly into JFK or LaGuardia, not Newark.
Well, LaGuardia is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah.
But, so the air traffic control, they lost radar again. This is the second time in about a week for 90 seconds. They couldn't communicate with anybody, and this happened again last week. Now, Secretary Duffy came out, and he actually blamed the previous administration because Pete Buttigieg, the former transportation secretary, was given billions of dollars to update the communication systems, and he did nothing with it. He did not fix anything. He didn't even try to fix it. As Secretary Duffy was saying, he was more concerned about changing the name of cockpit to flight deck.
No, he was more concerned. Wait, he was more concerned with breastfeeding his new babies. Is actually what he was concerned with. I call him South Bend Pete.
Right.
I can't believe the first. I can't believe the gay mayor was South Bend. His town was South Bend. You can't make this stuff up. They call him Ben. Pete for short is called Ben. It's just so bizarre. The guy didn't he just take off 2 months for like what do they call it? When you're having a baby and you want some time off.
Paternity leave.
Maternity leave. There we go. But no, not paternity. He took maternity leave. Was he the mother or the father? I don't know in those cases. Right. See, the giver or the taker? I don't know.
Right.
No idea. But I just know it's absurd. Look, I'm a guy, right? Christina, I'm a guy and I have 4 kids. Do you know that? I have 4 children. 4 kids. Yeah. I never took a day of paternity leave. I just kept working. Now, my wife needed maternity leave because she had the babies. I get that. But the guy doesn't need paternity or maternity leave. Why does a guy need time off? Because he did such a hard job of adopting babies? He needs time off to recuperate? I mean, the nation is going down. It's on fire. Anyway, it just seems to me flying was the most safe thing you could ever do in the history of the world, in the United States, till Mayor Pete got there. And for the moment Mayor Pete got there, it's been in shambles. And now everything goes wrong 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at every airport. Don't forget all the problems at Reagan Airport. Don't forget all the other near misses around the United States that we see in the news every 5 minutes. Mayor Pete had something to do with all this, I'm telling you. He let everything fall apart. Just terrible.
Right. I agree.
Radical leftist spits on acting D.C. U.S. Attorney Ed Martin during a live TV interview with Newsmax. Can you imagine these people? So what happened? I didn't see this. Very often these headlines you've got, I didn't have a chance to read it. I knew it happened, but I didn't read the story. Tell me what happened, Christina.
Okay, so yesterday, Ed Martin, he's now, he was the acting D.C. U.S. Attorney. He's been reassigned to a different post.
Yeah, it's Judge Jeanine now, my friend, my buddy, Judge Jeanine. Yeah.
Yeah, Judge Jeanine. We love her. Well, he was outside, I believe, the courthouse yesterday, and a leftist woman approached him, and she is on video recognizing him. And she says, oh, who the F are you? She goes, oh, you're Ed Martin. And she spat on him.
While he was on TV with Newsmax.
While he was interviewing with Newsmax. And then she walked away. And so according to, this is a couple of reporters who spoke to Ed Martin, the U.S. Marshals have identified her and taken her into custody. This is a crime. It's a federal crime to assault a federal officer. And it's up to the prosecutor of what they want to charge her with, whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony. But she could go away for 20 years.
We got a lot of interesting things on camera lately. We got her spitting at Ed Martin. We got a beautiful blonde conservative girl. I forget her name, but she was in the Trump administration, and she fainted in the middle of a Fox News interview yesterday. Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was incredible.
She'd probably deny it, but I'm telling you, she got the booster. She must have had the COVID shot and the booster.
No.
Because nobody just falls down on national TV like that. Can you imagine if I'm doing an interview with you, Christina? I go, Christina, and I just fall down. I never heard of such a thing. In 40 years of being on TV, I've never fainted in the middle of a TV interview. It's the most ridiculous thing. So either she's pregnant, right? Either she's pregnant right now or she got the vaccine, I'm telling you. Because that was ridiculous. I can't. And she's the third person who's fainted in like the last week on TV. They all got the vaccine. They all got the vaccine, sure as I'm standing here. Christina, we're headed to a break. Stay with us. We'll grab you for another segment. We got more columns to go over. Don't faint on me, Christina, in the middle of the interview.
I'm here.
But if it really happened, I swear to you, Christina, I'm a nice person. I would get off the mic and I would go see if you're okay and lean over you and say, Christina, are you okay? That guy on TV stood in his seat. He sat there and said, someone get some help for her, and he stayed as an anchorman. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Wouldn't you go help the woman? These people have no heart. I swear these people have no heart. Even the conservative ones on TV have no heart at all. It's unbelievable. We'll be right back. More with Christina Layla, Gateway Pundit assistant editor. Her website is thegatewaypundit.com. They have billions and billions of people checking in on them each year. It's an amazing site, amazing traffic. We'll be right back.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat. Fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, this is Wayne Allyn Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. Fill out the form and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act.
As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage.
We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
Hi, I'm I'm Wayne Alaroot for Vertical Research Advisory, VRA. Kip Herrige's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up. Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
Right, Wayne Alaroot, welcome back. Heading for the home stretch of hour number 1, and I told you to start hour number 2. I will read you my commentary from earlier in the week. RFK Jr. could be the boldest and most important cabinet secretary of our lifetime, but when will he expose the most important scandal in history? And, of course, that is the COVID vaccine scandal. I've got some studies that have just come out in the last few days, the last couple of weeks, that are just stunning, staggering, not mind-numbing. You just can't believe how bad this vaccine is, and I've got the studies to prove it just from the last few days, and nobody wants to talk about it. It's amazing. Nobody wants to do anything about it. Amazing. RFK Jr. is the last hope. Let's hope he makes it happen. Advantage Gold, before we get to our guest, Christina Layla of thegatewaypundit.com. The sponsor of this segment is Advantage Gold, and I've spent years warning you about inflation, deficit, debt, reckless spending, half the country on welfare and food stamps and 1,000 other government programs, and half of that half that's on those programs, illegal aliens on those programs stealing your money. That's why I believe in gold. I just secured 100% of my 2025 SEP IRA with physical gold at Advantage Gold. Did you know you could fill an IRA with gold, physical gold, and keep it stored, your physical gold? So I'm not just a spokesman anymore. I am a client, and I've talked them into the most generous offer ever. They're giving up to $10,000 in free gold or silver for every qualifying purchase, so don't wait. Secure your future, protect what you've earned. Do it now while you still can. Text ROOT to 85545 to get your free gold IRA guide and up to $10,000 in free gold or silver. Text ROOT to 85545. Collect your free $10,000 bonus. Text ROOT to 85545 and get your free gold IRA guide that shows you how to do it. All right, we're back with Christina Layla, the Gateway Pundit associate editor, assistant editor to be exact. Christina, I see that there's a planned Sharia city. I've read about it for a while on Gateway Pundit, with a mega mosque, and they want it to be Sharia compliant and have schools, probably have their own security force, I'm sure, near Dallas, 40 miles outside Dallas. But now Trump's DOJ is launching an investigation. How wonderful. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. This is frightening. This Sharia city was, they were seeking to construct a 1,000 home settlement. This is about a half hour from Dallas. And thankfully, Texas Governor Abbott came out and said Sharia law is outlawed in Texas under a law I signed in 2017. This is a statement from him last month. And they were planning on a huge home development and a mega mosque, Sharia-compliant Muslim schools, a community college, and sporting facilities. So they're essentially creating a country within the United States with their own
country.
laws that
Exactly.
what supersede the Constitution, and thankfully Abbott's all over this, and now Trump's Justice Department is launching an investigation into this. This should never be allowed.
It's so disgraceful. It's so disgusting. And I wonder if people understand, Christina, in every nation in the world where Muslims are in the minority, everything is basically fine. But as soon as they reach the tipping point, it becomes 51% Muslim majority. The country becomes, little girls can't go to school, women get stoned to death, women can't drive without a man with them. Women aren't allowed to look at another man without being stoned to death. The list of things that they do in Muslim countries is so sickening and so antithetical. Is that the right word? To everything we believe in America. It can't survive in an America. In any democracy or republic, it can't survive. You can't have Sharia law. It doesn't blend. Your daughter doesn't want to go to mosque. You kill her. You murder her. They think that's fine. In America, that's not fine. You can't kill your daughter because she doesn't agree with you. A lot of conservatives would be killing their daughters, but we don't do that. So we can't have this.
And
go ahead.
What's really disturbing is the Muslim population in America and the United States is relatively small, yet they are wielding tremendous power and making huge demands. And they are trying. They are pushing for. I've seen they're building mega mosques with those huge minarets in these small towns that are, predominantly Christian and Catholic, and they are making demands right now. And they're a really relatively small percent of our population. So it takes maybe being around 15-20% of the population. They're not there yet. But when they reach that, they really start wielding a lot of power, and they start taking over. And they start with these little pockets where they carve out little pockets, and they will exercise dominance. That's what they do.
It's no coincidence, Christina, no coincidence at all, that all of a sudden, for the first time in my lifetime, you have anti-Jewish, Jew-hating, death to Jews, death to Israel demonstrations at places like Columbia and Harvard. And when you watch the people involved in them, I know that some of them are students, some of them are even liberal, Jewish, pathetic Jewish students hating their own selves. But mostly it's Muslims wearing Muslim garb, Muslim headdress. They're probably here on green cards, on visas. They shouldn't even be in the United States. They should be kicked out immediately. We have Jew hatred in this country. Can you imagine if they double or triple their population? Every Jew in America will have to be afraid to walk in the streets. I mean, it's really bad. Really bad.
It's scary.
Scary stuff. Christina, we are headed to the top of the hour. Christina Layla is the assistant editor at The Gateway Pundit, The Gateway Pundit. Great website. Check it out all day for the latest, hottest news stories, most controversial news stories. They're all at The Gateway Pundit. The truth is at The Gateway Pundit. Christina, and Wayne Root's columns there. Thank you, Christina.
Yes. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Good stuff. You too. Bye-bye. Wayne Allen Root, The Root, The Root, The Root's on fire. RootForAmerica.com. Be right back for hour number 2. A special treat for you. I want to introduce you to a real hero of the American energy industry, a legend, Mark Brunner, founder and CEO of Lost Soldier Oil and Gas. In the United States, Lost Soldier is the last major BCGA, basin-centered gas accumulation. This is code for a monster field where gas or oil is in a basin, which makes the drilling and production much easier. Mark, you're a legend in the oil industry, in the gas industry. Tell us about your track record.
Well, I'm a second-generation oil and gas guy. My father, in the early 1950s, started a company called Techstar. It later became Texas Oil and Gas. When it sold out to U.S. Steel, it was the largest independent in the world. Delhi Pipelines was the largest gas distribution system in the United States. And when it sold out to U.S. Steel, I worked with him for 4 years. I've been in the oil and gas business ever since. You would probably know me better as the chairman of Ultra Petroleum, and Ultra had a pretty good track record, which you're very familiar with, I think.
Well, I think a $10,000 investor in Ultra turned it into $13 million. Is that correct? In the 9-year run of your publicly traded company?
Yeah, at the high, that's true.
$10,000 turned into $13 million. That means $100,000 turned into $130 million. That's an incredible track record. Now tell me why this deal, Lost Soldier, this project is so special. I hear about projects and deals all the time. What makes this one special, Mark?
What's special about this is all the other basins in the United States have been drilled. We've known for 50 years what they are. This one could not be drilled because there was a uranium mine out here. Until it was reclamated 3 years ago, no one could drill it. This is surrounded by large oil and gas fields with billions of dollars of infrastructure that at this point is 85% empty. So we made this discovery. We are the only operator in this field. And right now we can see that we've got enough room for 500 horizontal wells out here with what we've drilled so far. Very exciting. It's the new basin in the United States. And as far as I'm concerned, this is an order of magnitude bigger than Ultra Petroleum, the one that I did.
40,000 acres. It took you 40 years to put it together. Amazing. You want to contact Mark Bruner and Lost Soldier to learn more about this tremendous opportunity. Just email me, WayneRoot@gmail.com, and I'll put you in touch with Mark. Thanks, Mark, for being with us today. God bless.
Thank you, Wayne. Good to see you again.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
$10 billion are stolen every year from Americans by online scammers. Every day, millions of people fall victim to online threats. Over 30 million spam calls are made per day in America, with over 50% of daily emails being considered spam. And that's not all. On average, over 40% of devices are vulnerable to hackers, and each person in America has 10 passwords stolen per year. Can you imagine having unrecoverable credit card debt? Your savings drained to zero, your home foreclosed on, your identity stolen and ruined, your entire life, poof, gone. Introducing Safe and Secure. With the advanced programs, you'll be able to stay in control and keep hackers out. Don't let the cyber criminals win. Safe and Secure. Shield against hackers and embrace peace of mind. Visit PadoxaSNS.com for more information and to learn how to keep yourself protected.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honorbound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honorbound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act.
As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage.
We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honorbound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
Hi, This is Wayne Allen Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. Fill out the form and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com.
What time is it? It's time for War! Here's your host, 100% raw truth, 100% American made, the warrior, Wayne Allen Root.
Welcome back. Wayne Allen Root. Root for America is a place to find everything I do. This podcast's on Rumble. Just type in Wayne Root, Wayne Allen Root, or Root Reaction. It comes up either way. And there's the podcast you can watch every day at Rumble. You can watch it at UntamedNation.com. You can watch it on my X page. You can watch it on my Getter page, both of those at Real Wayne Root, at Real Wayne Root. It's live streamed right at the top of the page. But most importantly, just go to rootforamerica.com. At the top, it says watch Wayne on TV, listen to Wayne on the radio, watch Wayne's podcast, listen to Wayne's podcast. Click on it, shows you all the ways to listen, all the ways to watch. You can click on it and watch right there, or you can figure out how to go on all the links to your devices, or you can watch a library of my most recent shows. I told you I would open up this hour, this second hour and the last hour of the week. Thank God it's Friday. I love my weekends, I swear. Remember, I'm going to be 64 years old. Nobody works as hard as me at 64. Nobody in the whole world, except President Donald J. Trump. Okay, I'm the only person I know still works like. All my friends are about to retire or are retired or have been retired for 10 years or 20 years. And they're going on cruises and they're playing golf. And I don't like any of that stuff. I just like to work. So I'm not going anywhere, but I must tell you, the one concession to my age is I enjoy my weekends now a lot. And I try and do as little work as possible on a weekend. Like maybe I do 2-3 hours on a Saturday and a couple hours on Sunday, and that's it. The rest of the day I enjoy myself. So I enjoy my Fridays. Thank God it's Friday, and thank God the weekend's here. The commentary I wrote early in the week, which you may or may not have heard, I think is a very important, groundbreaking one. It's RFK Jr. could be the boldest and most important cabinet secretary of our lifetime. But when will he expose the most important scandal in history? There it is up on the screen from the Gateway Pundit. You could also find it at my website. My website is rootforamerica.com, rootforamerica.com. RFK Jr. is fantastic, a breath of fresh air. He could very well be the boldest and most important cabinet secretary of our lifetime. And I'm proud to report I urged President Trump way back in early 2024, right here on my shows, right on my Root Reaction show, on my America's Top 10 Countdown. I opened with commentary saying, make him HHH secretary or health czar. And it's worked out. Bobby Kennedy has worked out exactly as I hoped. My argument at the time was do not name him vice president on Trump's ticket because he's a lifelong Kennedy Democrat. We don't really know where he stands on all the issues that matter to us other than health, right? But I knew one thing. I absolutely agreed 100% with Bobby Kennedy's views on health and health freedom and the COVID vaccine and the autism epidemic and a healthy distrust of Big Pharma. Because of all of that, I believed he'd be the perfect man to head President Trump's HHS, Health and Human Services Agency. Boy, was that opinion a bullseye. In just a 48-hour period this past week, RFK Jr. admitted that chemtrails are real. I don't think anyone else in government has ever admitted that. We were being poisoned from the skies. He named the agency behind this geoengineering nightmare, DARPA. He better have a lot of bodyguards, a lot of Secret Service. He accused Biden's HHS of being complicit in child sex trafficking, meaning the government is a pimp, and pointed out the so-called measles epidemic is a giant media exaggeration that pales in comparison to the autism epidemic. Bravo. That could be the best 48 hours by any HHS secretary in history, and certainly by any cabinet secretary of any kind in my lifetime. Yet we're still waiting for the biggest and most important truth bomb ever. When will RFK Jr. announce the COVID vaccine was a combination of pure fraud, get-rich-quick scam, the worst healthcare disaster in history, mass murder, and crimes against humanity? He should also throw in a statement urging a modern-day Nuremberg trials for everyone responsible for killing millions and injuring tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions, with this deadly poisonous jab, starting with, in my opinion, one of the most evil men in history, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Back in the 1970s, the swine flu vaccine program was canceled after over 50 million Americans got the vaccine. Why would you stop it after giving it to 50 million? Because 30 Americans died, not 30,000, 30, right after getting the shot. 30 healthy people got the shot and they died. Their life ended. And we thought that was a big deal back then. The famous rule for doctors applied: physician first, do no harm. Of course, any vaccine program must be terminated if 30 Americans die. 30 healthy Americans drop dead. Nothing was wrong with them, and the cure kills them? Come on. Yet the VAERS system, the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, clearly showed and shows the COVID jab is the most deadly vaccine in history. It quickly killed more Americans than all the other vaccines combined, and the injuries were in the millions, many of them severe. Yet no one said a word at the FDA, the CDC, the NIH, the WHO, World Health Organization, the AMA, the American Medical Association. It's really quite amazing. If you look at the VAERS Adverse Event Reporting System, it shows you 38,000 people have died from the COVID vaccine. 38,000 people. 30 died from the swine flu. We canceled the whole program. No more vaccines. 38,000 have died from the COVID vaccine. We've done nothing about it. 38,000. Now, what the CDC came out and said this week was, hey, we're not sure that 38,000 is an accurate figure. We will verify and agree to 20,000. There's 20,000 that we can agree the vaccine killed them. So, I don't know how many of you know this. Harvard studied the VAERS Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System. And Harvard, after studying it, came away and said, this was, probably 5 or 10 years ago. They said throughout the history of VAERS, which is now like 40 years it's been in effect, only 1% of vaccine injuries are ever reported by medical professionals, doctors, and nurses to VAERS. So you have to multiply by 100 to get the right number. So forget about 38,000 on this VAERS system that they show died from the vaccine. Forget about 38,000. Let's talk about the 20,000 that the CDC agrees is the right number. Multiply 20,000 times 100. That's 2 million dead Americans. 30 died from the swine flu vaccine. We canceled it. There could be 2 million dead from the COVID vaccine. And still, it's on the childhood vaccine schedule. Now, Dr. Peter McCullough was my guest last week, and he says you should use a more moderate conservative figure of 30. Multiply 20,000 times 30. He thinks that's very accurate on the minimum conservative scale. So multiply 20,000 times 30, and it comes up with 600,000 dead Americans from the COVID vaccine. Do you know what 600,000 dead Americans equals? More than all the Americans who died in the Civil War on both the South and the North side. The bloodiest war in our history killed 500,000 or so on literally, when you count both sides. 500,000 Americans died in the Civil War. More died from the COVID vaccine. But wait, I'll get it even stronger. condemning figure here. Do you know that's more Americans than died in World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War combined? World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War combined were not 600,000 that have died from the COVID vaccine. That is the conservative estimate. It might be 2 million. It's almost certainly 1 million dead. Truly amazing. Or maybe you just want to compare it to Vietnam only. I think we lost about 50,000 in the Vietnam War, right? I think that's the figure. 50,000 died. So this is 12 times more that died in the Vietnam War, and this happened in a couple of years. Vietnam War was 12 years long, right? We actually entered Vietnam early 60s, didn't leave till 72. So figure like maybe 11 years, 10 years, the Vietnam War. 50,000 died. Now we got far more than 10 times that, 12 times that in a short period of time. As long as everyone made billions of dollars in sales and stock price, and don't forget the media advertising buys by Big Pharma, everyone in the most deadly conspiracy in U.S. history remained quiet as a church mouse. I want you to think about this. What if any company in America, any random company, sold a defective and deadly product like a car manufacturer or a food company or a vitamin maker, and despite trials showing thousands of deaths and injuries, and then upon product launch, because they ignored the trials, tens of thousands of deaths or hundreds of thousands of deaths and injuries, or hundreds of thousands of deaths and millions of injuries, like the COVID vaccine, despite all that, you had a cover-up by the media who was making billions off advertising buys by the company that killed all those people. What would everybody say? And yet somehow, some way, every liberal in America would ask for the death penalty for all the executives involved in the cover-up of the results. But not with Big Pharma. Big Pharma was given immunity from day one, and of course the media's been given immunity from day one. And the government's been given immunity from day one. Here are just a few stunning recent stories about the deadly COVID jab. Oh, I can't even get to them. We're going to a break. I'll get to them when we get back. Truly incredible list of studies. Really incredible. And you got to hear them. You just got to hear them. Because these were not studies I've compiled over the last 4 years. I've got hundreds of those, maybe 1,000. These were only compiled in the last couple of weeks. They're coming out fast and furious from countries all over the world proving the COVID vaccine's a killer. Also later in the show, I'll talk about the Trump economy, which is doing well. And I think as we start to hit a few more of these trade deals, especially if we cut a deal with China, the stock market will explode and jobs will explode and the economy will explode. And we'll prove once again that Trump is always right. TIA. Trump is always right. TIAR, excuse me. Trump is always right. TAIR. TAIR. Trump is always right. We'll be right back.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, this is Wayne Allyn Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture-raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com, fill out the form, and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act.
As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage.
We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot from Vertical Research Advisory, VRA, Kip Herridge's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up! Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses to the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
All right, so continuing with my commentary, which is titled RFK Jr. could be the boldest and most important cabinet secretary of our lifetime, but when will he expose the most important and deadly scandal in history? And I actually updated some of the studies that I put in the column for my opening commentary at Real America's Voice TV for tomorrow's Saturday show, America's Top 10 Countdown. So they're on my phone. They're not on my actual commentary. So let me read them to you. Here are just a few of the studies about the deadly COVID vaccine that I found in recent weeks. I will just read you the headlines, but I've got actual links to each one in my column. New study reports Americans are 6 times more likely to be hospitalized from the COVID vaccine than the COVID infection. New study of deaths from 2020 to 2023 reports deaths skyrocketed only after the COVID vaccine. A study in Italy reports those who took the COVID vaccine are 2.4 times more likely to die than the unvaccinated. Isn't that pleasant? Japanese study reports repeated COVID vaccines damage the immune system and promote cancer growth. Scientists confirm COVID vaccines are responsible for a surge of heart attacks and heart deaths. New study reports those who took 2 or more COVID vaccines are likely to lose 3 decades of their lifespan. Hey, What's the big deal? As the cop says when you drive by an accident with 8 people dead and their heads rolling on the ground, move along. Nothing to see here. 3 decades of your lifespan are taken away by the COVID vaccine. New study reports. So in other words, if you were supposed to die at age 70, you're going to die at 40. If you're supposed to die at age 60, you're going to die at 30. If you're supposed to die at age 50, you're going to die at 20. If you're supposed to die at 40, you're going to die at 10. Wow. If you took the COVID vaccine, you lose 3 decades. Nothing to see here. Move along. Why are you worried? German study shows COVID vaccine leads to genetic changes and immune damage and increases cancer. Worldwide study of 2.3 million people reports COVID vaccine damages your immune system. You know, I was the first guy in America to use the term VAIDS, Vaccine-Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome. It's a vaccine version of AIDS. It destroys your immune system. And this is a study of 2.3 million. How can anyone doubt that? UK government data shows COVID-vaccinated adults have a 40% loss of their immune system. And by the way, I see it. All the people I know who are vaccinated are sick all the time. Okay? The ones who aren't dying, and I know plenty who are dying or dead, or who have cancer or heart disease or a heart attack or a stroke or blood clot or major shingles or herpes. But separate from all that, everyone I know who took the vaccine multiple times is constantly sick. Colds, flu, whatever. I'm never sick. You know why? Because I didn't take the vaccine. Duh. New evidence from Yale links the COVID vaccine to an alarming syndrome. Japanese study reports children are dying after taking the COVID vaccine. Oxford doctors report vaccinated children are dying suddenly, while unvaccinated children are perfectly healthy. New study reports children are 6 times more likely to die after getting the COVID jab. Can you imagine giving this COVID jab to your kids? That's child abuse. That's murder. The latest life insurance numbers report life expectancy plunges for those who receive the COVID vaccine. I mean, I'm telling you, in the next 5 years, there will be a question when you try and buy life insurance. Did you take the COVID vaccine or not? And how many did you take? And they will say, we will not cover you. I'm telling you. Autopsies prove a link between the COVID vaccines and death. And finally, a new comprehensive Florida study shows the Pfizer COVID vaccine alone killed over 470,000 Americans. This is just a small sampling of studies out in just the past few weeks. I have compiled hundreds of more studies and data proving the COVID vaccine is the worst healthcare disaster in the history. Yet government is taking no action. It's time for big, bad, bold RFK Jr. to do the honors, to announce this experimental vaccine is akin to mass murder and crimes against humanity. It's time for RFK to announce he is suspending or canceling the COVID vaccine program effective immediately. At the very least, it's time for him to announce he's banning the COVID vaccine from the childhood vaccine schedule. And it's time for RFK Jr. to call for modern-day Nuremberg trials. What did all these people know, and when did they know it, and how much money were they paid to shut up? Lost Soldier Oil and Gas is the sponsor of this segment, because I'm into making money, man. This is a great opportunity. No guarantees in life, but one hell of an opportunity. Second term of Trump's all about drill, baby, drill. Making America the energy capital of the world. Lost Soldier Oil and Gas, founded by second-generation oil and gas legend Mark Bruner. His company's created more than $15 billion in shareholder value, including Ultra Petroleum, which was a public company that went from 15 cents to $200 a share. A $10,000 investment grew into $13 million. Have you ever seen 10,000 grow to 13 million? Lost Soldier is his new project. Took 40 years to put together this 40,000-acre discovery. Giant gas field. If you're an accredited investor, check it out. LostSoldier.com. LostSoldier.com.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat. fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, this is Wayne Allyn Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture-raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com, fill out the form, and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act.
As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage.
We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat. Fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, I'm Wayne Allyn Root from Vertical Research Advisory, VRA, Kip Herriage's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up! Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
I always like catchy little symbolism, right? How about the word tiara? You can't forget, or tiara, right? Tiara, women, little girls wear a tiara. Trump is always right, asshat. Tiara. From now on, when I speak to liberals, I'll say, you're a tiara. Trump is always right, asshat. And he is always right. So's Advantage Gold. Advantage Gold is always right. This segment of the show is sponsored by Advantage Gold. It's my guest segment. We've got Nikki Ballou is with us, who, by the way, was on 2 days ago, and we had a technological problem with our tech, and we couldn't hear Nikki, so he will be with us today. We finally get a chance to hear what's going on in Canada, our wonderful neighbors to the north. But I want to mention the sponsor, Advantage Gold. I spent years warning you about inflation and deficit and debt and insane levels of welfare. Half the country's on welfare. And half of them are illegal aliens. Can you imagine how stupid we are? Every foreigner in the world that wants a freeload comes to America. The only solution I see is gold. We are the Titanic. You better buy gold. And I just secured 100% of my 2025 SEP IRA with physical gold at Advantage Gold. Did you know you can put physical gold in an IRA? So I'm not just a spokesman anymore. I'm a client. I'm like that guy who used to say, I'm not just a client anymore. I own the company. He said that about that razor company. I think it was Remington Razors. Well, I'm not just a spokesman anymore for Advantage Gold. I am a client. My IRA is in physical gold. And, of course, I own lots of gold, which I bought for years before I ever met Advantage Gold. But I'm continuing to buy gold. So now there's no more excuses. Advantage Gold's making the most generous offer ever, only for my fans. I asked them to do it, and they're doing it. They're giving up to $10,000 in free gold and silver for every qualifying purchase. So secure your future, protect what you've earned, and do it now while you still can. Text ROOT to 85545 to find out more. Text ROOT to 85545 to get your free gold IRA guide and up to $10,000 in free gold or silver. Text ROOT to 85545. The guide is free. You'll learn how to put gold physical in your IRA, and you'll collect up to $10,000 in free gold or silver. Collect your $10,000 bonus and your free guide. Text ROOT to 85545. All right, now we get to our guest, Nikki Ballou. Nikki's an Ontario, Canada resident, host of a Top 10 iTunes podcast, entrepreneur, my co-author of 2 books, The Great Patriot Protest the Boycott book and The Great Patriot Boycott book. Nikki Ballou, welcome to the show. Welcome back. Can we hear you now, Nikki?
Wayne, how are you? Good to see you.
There you go. We got you. I can hear you. Glory, hallelujah. I love it. Hey, you look good, man. I think you've lost weight. You shaved your beard. You look like a new man. I like it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. You always look
good
yourself.
All right. Well, you look fantastic. I'm telling you, you've done something right. Are you on an exercise jag? How did you get in good shape? What are you doing?
As you know, for the last 2 years, I've been working with a former IFBB pro bodybuilder. I'm going for my pro card at the age of 60, so I'm in the process of following a very strict regimen of nutrition, 6 workouts a week, 6 cardio a week, dialed in sleeping, supplements, the whole bit.
Great. You look good, man. He's doing something right for you. I like it. So, look, you just elected someone who I think is worse than Trudeau. I don't know if that's possible, but I remember you coming on the show and you educated me and said he's worse than Trudeau, and this Mark Carney is worse than Trudeau. So what are you feeling right about now? Are you scared for Canada's future?
Well, Wayne, that's a great question. But let me break down for you what happened in the election, because there's been a lot of misinformation on a lot of your fellow conservatives' programs that I've been listening to. And I know that you and I have a good relationship, and you'd give me an opportunity to set the record straight. folks like Benny, folks like Tucker Carlson, they all got it wrong. So let me tell you what actually ended up happening. So Canada, as I've told you many times, Wayne, is a center-left nation, right? So there's about 45% of the country that leans right. The rest of the country kind of leans center to center-left. And we're also a multi-party country in our politics. We're not a two-party country like the United States, Republicans and Democrats. So there's been the Liberal Party, there's been the Conservative Party, there is a far-left party called the New Democratic Party, and there's a Green Party. And in Quebec, they have a separatist party called the Parti Québécois, which is trying to actually have Quebec separate from the nation. And what's worked for conservatives is this multi-party situation means that if they consolidate all their vote, they win because none of the other parties can match them. And 3 months ago, the Conservatives were about between 39 and 44% of the Canadian vote. The Liberals were at 20. The New Democrats were at 20, which meant that Conservatives were going to win a huge, huge majority. Unfortunately, a couple of things happened. Number one is President Trump. As you know, I love the president. Yeah, he's a great man. I love him. But he did something which, woke up some national pride. He started talking about Canada as the 51st state. And you can just imagine Canadians being proud of their country. This kind of got their dander up. And I understood the first couple times he did it. It was a nice troll to Justin Trudeau. But after he did it a few times, a lot of Canadians got spooked. And then Trudeau resigns because he knows he's not going to win. And in comes Mark Carney, his economic advisor of 10 years, former governor of the Central Bank of England, former governor of the Central Bank of Canada. To a lot of Canadians, he looks like a businessman. Trudeau was a former, high school drama teacher. So he looks like a safe pair of hands. Now, this guy is, DEI, net zero, climate change, cultural Marxist to the core, but he comes across as a safe pair of hands, private industry. He's the chairman of one of Canada's largest companies. So in he comes. Canadians' backs are up, their danders up because of the 51st state comments. So a lot of people that normally would have voted, say, for the New Democratic Party or the Bloc Québécois or the Green Party consolidated behind the Liberals. The Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre, actually won 42% of the vote. So Tucker, Benny, Steve Bannon, all these guys that are saying, oh my God, what a loser, he lost support. He lost zero support. Everyone who was going to vote for him still voted for him. He lost no support. He's the most conservative leader the Conservative Party has had in over 100 years in Canada. This guy is the real deal. So American conservatives need to stop crapping on him and need to understand he's the best chance Canada has of having a conservative government. Okay, so, and here's the thing. Mark Carney is the most intelligent, the most committed, the most doctrinaire Marxist Western leader. He is the one who presents the greatest danger on the international stage to Trump's vision of a populist world. And I got to tell you, this is very bad for America that this guy got elected. It's very bad for the cause of freedom. So American conservative speakers need to stop crapping on Poilievre and recognize that this guy's great. He's deeply conservative, and he's the man who will bring a Trump-aligned vision to Canada. So I want to just make sure everyone's clear on this. The guy didn't lose any votes.
Is it too late? He lost, though. It's too late to bring a Trump vision to Canada, isn't it?
No, it's not. Okay. He only won a minority of votes. He does not have enough seats to have a majority government. He has a minority government. So this means that if he does something that offends the coalition of the remaining parties, it can trigger something called a non-confidence vote, which means he won't have enough votes to say he has the confidence of Parliament. He'll have to call another election. It is my belief, and that of many Canadian, observers who are intelligent, that he's got between 9 and 18 months to stay in power. So there's probably going to be another election in 9 to 18 months. What we want to have happen is we want to have all the conservatives coalesce around him. We want American conservatives to say good things about him. He also made a really big mistake. He was invited to go on Joe Rogan. He was invited to go on a lot of podcasts. You and I have had this discussion before. President Trump was very smart to go on podcasts like Rogan, where he got access to non-voters who ended up voting for him. And I told you, I estimate that he won 4 million votes, which was the margin of victory for him. He had a lot of votes from people like you and other shows that already supported him. He needed that base.
I get it.
But he needed more than that base. Poilievre had a chance to go on Rogan. He had a chance to go on Ben Shapiro. He had a chance to go on Glenn Beck, Patrick Bet-David. His advisors said, if you go there, no, his advisors told him, if you go on these American shows, they're going to paint you as pro-Trump, and that's going to hurt you with these people that are upset about Trump. The problem is those people already decided not to vote for him. If he'd have gone on these shows, he would have gotten the young people who are Canadians who listen to Rogan and Beck and Shapiro and all those guys.
Yeah.
And he would have, the Canadian versions of them, I estimate he would have won 400,000 to 500,000 additional votes. He'd have kept all the votes he had. That would have been enough for him to at least tie Carney, maybe even beat him. So in the next election, Pierre needs to actually go on all these podcasts and not listen to his damn advisors. The consultant class messes everybody up. Trump is smart not to listen to them, and Pierre was not smart to listen to them this time. That's what has to happen next time. And hopefully our American conservative brothers, our freedom-loving American brothers, will stand with us, stand with Canadian conservatives to defeat these guys, because we need your love, we need your support, and we don't need you crapping on our leader.
Well, last thing I'll say, because we're heading out, we got a minute and the break's coming up, but I have always argued he should stop talking about the 51st state. I don't want Canada, by the way, as the 51st state. Canada should be Canada, but I wouldn't mind Alberta being the 51st state. And I saw that Alberta is getting ready to vote to possibly secede. I don't know if that could ever really happen, but they seem to be much more like Trump and America and MAGA and pro-oil, right, against climate change. I wouldn't mind Alberta joining the United States. We'll flip you. We'll flip you, Nikki. You could have California, and we'll take Alberta. Maybe that could work out.
No trade.
We'll see.
No trade.
We'll see. We're heading out for the break. Nikki Ballou, his books are the same books as mine. He wrote them with me. Great Patriot Protest book and the Great Patriot Boycott book. Thank you, Nikki. God bless Canada.
Thanks,
Oh, Canada. Hi, this is Wayne Allyn Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture-raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com, fill out the form, and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act.
As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage.
We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat, fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot from Vertical Research Advisory, VRA, Kip Herridge's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up! Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
All right, the music from Black Rain, one of my favorite movies of all time. Michael Douglas, great movie. Great movie. I think it was 1989 or something like that. Something like that, 89 or 90. Long time ago. Can you imagine how long ago that was? Seems like it was yesterday. Michael Douglas, an old guy now. He looks like an old man. Back then, he was a handsome young guy. He's an old man now. Times change, man. Times change. He was probably 45 then, and now he's 75 or 80, something like that. My show, America's Top 10 Countdown, will be on the air tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on Real America Voice TV. It took me a second there. Real America. That's how tired I am. The day is over, and I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. This is my longest day, Fridays, because I have to do both this 2-hour podcast and write, script, arrange, pick the top 10, and do the top 10 show. It's a long day. A long day. Basically 6 in the morning till 6 at night. 12-hour day. Anyone can work 12 hours, but not in a TV studio. You know, it's one thing to dig ditches. It's another to use your mind 12 hours a day on a TV studio. Remain mentally lucid. Not easy. But it's on tomorrow. America's Top 10 Countdown on Real America's Voice TV. And I wanted to go over my top 10. You know, this is a 6-minute segment, so we'll see what we can get through. But number 10 biggest story, you'll hear it all in depth tomorrow. But Senator John Thune, U.S. Senate Majority Leader, is not a MAGA guy. He's a rhino. And yet even he said this week, Trump's success with the border is staggering and mind-blowing. Staggering and mind-blowing. And as I mentioned, not only did we elect him to do that, and he's doing it, seal the border, mass deportation. But also, we elected him to go after all the people that are employing illegals. That's the way to stop the illegal aliens and make them self-deport, is to take their jobs, their income away. ICE agents this past week raided 9 restaurants in Washington, D.C., including a restaurant owned by Norah O'Donnell, the CBS anchor, and her husband. This is how you force millions of illegals to self-deport. You enforce E-Verify. You don't let people hire illegals. You make the fine so big they cannot hire them anymore. He's going to have to do that. Number 9, countdown number 9. The second way to get millions of illegals to self-deport is to pay them to leave. And I've argued this for months. He will never deport enough of them. 20 million Biden let in. And so there must be 40 million or more in the United States. You're not going to get rid of them unless you make them self-deport. You're not going to have the manpower to deport them all yourself. Or the money. You know how much it costs to deport every person? So we need to make them deport themselves. The way to do that is to pay them, and that's a bargain. Giving them $1,000 each or giving them $5,000 each. Giving them $10,000 each would be a bargain. Do you know what they cost us every year? Number 8, you know how to get Democrats on our side to be against illegal immigration or legal immigration, all immigration. Can you imagine? We could get Democrats on our side. Trump's doing it. He just gave the green light to the resettlement of white South Africans to America because the South Africa black government persecutes them, and there's racism against them, hates white people, theft of their land, steal their farms, major persecution and abuse. And so he's going to allow white South Africans to come to America. All of a sudden, Democrats are going to be against immigration. I always said that. I always said if you let the whole Israel into America, Democrats would say, no, build the wall. If you said, I invite all the white people in the world to come to America, from England, from Germany, all the white people, come on. Democrats would go, build the wall twice as high. We'll give you trillions, forget billions. And Trump is doing it. I'm telling you, Democrats are going to lose their minds. Countdown number 7. Speaking of staggering success, it's not just Trump's border policy, it's Trump's economy, right? The Trump economy gained strength today as unemployment claims fall way more than expected. Despite all the tariff paranoia and all the tariff panic, the economy's holding strong. What recession? Goldman now expects Q2, meaning quarter 2 GDP, economic growth, to surge 2.4%. Here's another one. U.S. power demand suggests GDP growth is now over 3%. It's unbelievable. It's good news. There's another article out today that says China's economy is in free fall, total collapse. And so that forced them to the table to negotiate tariffs and the trade deal with Trump. They called us. We didn't call them. Countdown number 6, new classified memo from June 2021 reveals the Biden regime ordered the federal law enforcement to investigate non-criminal conservatives, gun owners, active duty service members. They should be so ashamed. What a disgrace. And anyone who they claimed was spreading misinformation. The government spent billions and censored us all. And I am going to announce very soon a major lawsuit against the U.S. government and their proxies who censored me. My law firm has sent out FOIA requests to several government agencies. Lawsuits are ready to begin. This was Soviet and Nazi level censorship. How disgusting. You have to listen to or tune in and watch my show tomorrow, America's Top 10 Countdown, to find out the rest and all the more detailed stories that I just read you already, just a little Cliff Notes version of. My final 4, the 4 most important stories, all tomorrow. The commentaries, all tomorrow. Real America's Voice TV, America's Top 10. Let me mention on the way out, thank God it's Friday, we're almost done. Seconds away, Score Blue is the sponsor, because even conservatives love to score. It is the best ED pill of all time. It's a new little blue pill, much better than the original Viagra. It's only $5 a pill instead of $90. It's the best Viagra in the world. It's the only authorized generic Viagra in the world at the lowest price in history. Go to scoreblue.com, type in WAR for Wayne Allyn Root, and you get 20% off your first order. Scoreblue.com, promo code WAR, 20% off. Have a great night, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday right back here. God bless. Bye-bye.